All right, guys. So today's going to be a little unorthodox for the way that I do things. Yes, my image will shrink because my camera settings are not working inside OBS, so sorry about that. This is all about Coca Cola, one of my favorite companies. I've drinking Coke my entire life and been a good avid Monster drinker here and there, especially when I want an energy drink, so it's sad that I'm not going to be doing it anymore. My grandma grew up on Jack and Cokes and everything else too, so I'm definitely going to not be buying Coke anymore because it is racist what they're doing. No matter what you think, no matter what the media tells you, no matter what the left scream at you or kids on college campuses because the professors have brainwashed them, to think about people differently because of their skin color makes you racist. To give someone an advantage of their skin color makes you racist, and you think that they're dumb or unathletic enough that they can't do it on their own merit. Now, if you can't get that through your thick skull, then something's wrong with you, you're part of the problem, and you're mentally insane. We've noticed with 2020 and 2021, that everybody loves it when anybody else besides white people do something. If someone white does something, it's World War II. Anything ever happens in the United States, it's the white person's problem. It's not anyone of color. It's not anyone of any ethnicity that's different than whites. And then Coca Cola just coming out as another recent company. It's a huge company. It has no need to do what it did, but they definitely did it. And today we're going to watch to this with Crowder in the background because he goes through it in pretty good detail, and it's kind of funny compared to some of the other sources I've seen on the internet. But this is the reason why I will no longer be drinking Coke or Monster, and I have spent a lot of money, not my own mostly, but some of my own as well throughout the years to buy Coke, and now I'll be moving to Pepsi and Mountain Dew and trying to find alternatives for energy drinks when I need them. I just don't support people who are racist, and it is racist what they're saying. It's actually incredibly insane to hear someone say this in 2021, and it's sad that BLM, Antifa, and the Democrats have brought back race wars. We had no problems in 2020 until the whole bullshit blew up on the internet and everyone started caring about a drug dealer who got killed. And then it just snowballed from there and became this whole entire, we need to bring back segregation from the left. We need to bring back everything negative, and we hate cops. And, the left is just mentally insane. Not even going to get into the policies that they're coming about today. This is just about Coca Cola. So let me get myself back to the small screen and let's watch Crowder and talk about it.
Also, something that we need to talk about really quickly. Coca Cola, did you see this? Coca Cola, they have mandatory employee training now, and their mandatory video was including a recommendation on how to be less white.
It said that?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, for real.
Which is impossible. I've been trying it. Doesn't work.
It's very difficult.
It's very hard.
Which is crazy for a company that puts vanilla in everything.
And possibly I want to buy the world of Coke as the whitest commercial ever.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, we could start with water. I want to buy the world of Coke. Do the well.
They also got Cosby to have a Coke and a smile.
Wait, did Cosby?
I think it was Cosby had a Coke and
I thought he
smile.
did Pepsi. No?
Did he? I know Van Halen did Crystal Pepsi. They were like,
That's
we don't
right.
want anything dark at all.
Right, yeah.
So this is Coca-Cola. Just so but people say it's beyond parody.
Yeah.
I think we actually have a video from LinkedIn, a mandatory training video for Coca-Cola, because these are the front lines of the race war.
And every moment that I spend in white space, I am being deeply reinforced
This lady's insane.
in the white worldview. Oh, why can't we all just be human beings here? Why do we have to talk about race? I'm going to invalidate your experience. I'm a fish and I'm in water and I'm moving with the current, and you're trying to take me out of the water, and it's unbearable.
At first I thought I thought that white space was like a new social media website.
Yeah, I thought it was the room she was in that was just
I thought
white
it was like,
behind
just
white.
like white MySpace where it was just
Yeah.
like pop.
And that lady, by the way, guys, is mentally insane. If you're not sure about what mentally insane looks like, it's that. Just listen to her a little bit more and you'll figure out that she is definitely mentally insane. So let's just keep watching.
Collars and hostess.
It looked like she was wearing the jewel from Titanic, and I also wish she was at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, like the jewel.
That was so mad. The end, if for no other reason, Titanic sucks because at the end, everything she goes through, and it's basically like the Hope Diamond. This isn't.
Yeah.
She's like, bye.
Yeah, she's like, life is the real treasure. It's like, yeah, but it'd be better with millions and millions of dollars.
Well, you could also feed people.
And,
Save
I know
lives.
this is an
know.
overused word, but it's not a binary choice.
Right.
You can still value life and
Binary.
relationships and be loaded.
She doesn't value life. She made Jack go to the bottom.
Yeah,
Yes.
you killed
But
your boyfriend.
she was really quick, too,
Yeah.
in Titanic. She's like, I love you forever.
Yeah.
I'll never let go.
Just like peels them off like
Yeah.
Velcro, like it's one of those dart
Yeah.
things you played as a kid.
Share the raft, Rose.
That's a good point. Everything of value in her life she throws in the ocean. Her liver,
Gotta be
jewelry.
consistent.
If you don't remember, by the way, this is more pernicious than you would think, or more nefarious. Sorry, I'm seeing the stars again. I keep seeing stars
you
in the
really?
studio. Yeah,
Because I'm here.
because I'm looking at the lights.
Don't do that.
This is the same woman who was on Jimmy Kimmel. This is the woman who was D'Angelo was her name. What's her first name?
Yeah.
Robin
Robin
D'Angelo.
Nice.
In case you've forgotten, here she is on Jimmy Kimmel.
I think white people should remove that phrase from their vocabulary. I'm not racist. It's not, trust me, it's not convincing to black people.
Wait, that's not Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, if you say so. Just imagine that.
So if you're not allowed to say that you're not racist, then how can anyone say that they're not racist? You can't just be one color and say you're not racist. She's mentally insane. If you think that her thoughts are correct, you're part of the problem, and you should go to AOC's concentration camps that she has prepared for you guys.
Saying that
white
and
people.
by the way, I hate it when you have these, like when you actually have racists who are like, what
Yeah.
about white culture? It's like, well, here's the problem. When you just say white culture, it's not the same as African American culture, because you have Jewish white Americans, you have
Yeah.
Italians,
Yeah.
you have Irish, you have
That's true, but you have a lot of white, black Americans, and you have a lot of African Americans, so there are different cultures, and I do agree to some extent with him that there should not be a white culture month, but we can definitely have, why not have an Irish culture month? Why not have other kinds of months? I don't care about there being a blanket white culture month, because I know if we said black excellence or white excellence, like they say black excellence, people would cry, like, oh my god, that's the most racist statement on earth, even though it's exactly what the other side does. So I get it not having a white culture because there are so many white people with skin color white, but American white there's not. So, it's kind of stupid to have a Black History Month. It should just be, something different if we could think of something. But, saying that there should be no White History Month compared and calling people racist who think that way, it's not. It's just unfair how they currently do it.
The whole
Bulgarians,
spectrum of
you have
white.
Russians, right? But when you say you are no longer allowed to defend yourself because of your race, you're going to create racists. White people
Yeah.
can no longer say I'm not racist. That'd be like saying to Asians, like, you can no longer say it, I'm not cheap. But I'm not cheap, but you can't say it anymore.
Right.
I'm just saying you're just making a stereotype about an entire race of people, and then you wonder why there's backlash. And this is, they're talking about removing it from your lexicon. I'm not racist.
Yeah.
Let's just remove the defense. And something else too. We actually have we obtained some exclusive footage that for the training video that didn't make the final cut.
And by the way, guys, this is LinkedIn Learning, which is insane that this is by there. I cannot believe that LinkedIn Learning has this on there. We're gonna watch this, and we're gonna stop after this and talk a little bit.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to crip walk step by step. Now, crip walking is a footwork style created by the Crips gang. So it's the V step back.
Next, I'm going to show you how to lift a Gran Torino.
Basically, after watching this whole thing, it's let me know that we are pretty much just fucked in this world. If we don't change quick, if we don't change anything fast, we're going to be really screwed. And this is a very bad thing. I'm not sure why no one's noticing it. But if you're trying to pigeonhole people just based on their skin color, again, we don't need to go back this way, guys. White people are not actively out there trying to hunt or murder any other people with color. All we want to do is be left alone, just like back in the day when someone was attacking, people of color or anything like that. They just wanted to be left alone to do their life. Now you guys are bringing this back actively, trying to make it seem like there's a real problem, when in reality, there's no big problem. There is no systemic racism. There is no giant hate from white groups out there and hating black people. There are still small, and I mean like a few thousand people in the United States that hate black people. There are going to be a bunch of black people that hate white people. We see it every day. There's going to be a bunch of Asians that hate blacks, that hate whites, that hate anything else, Hispanics, vice versa. It happens to everybody, every color, every skin creed, any name it. It's just one of these things that's so aggravating because we should not be dealing with this in 2021, especially even though we have a fake pandemic going on and the flu numbers were so low. We just need to get back to reality, get back to normal, guys, and stop fighting. Don't drink Coke, don't drink anything, or don't support these woke companies that think that they're doing some good injustice for the world by slandering white people or trying to make more race division. It's doing nothing good for anybody. If you think that this is doing good for people, I would love for you to try to educate me, and definitely love for you to try to teach me something that I don't know, because in my mind still, we're creating racism again, we're creating segregation again, and this is not going to be a healthy path that we're coming down. It's going to breed racists. He is correct about that. It's going to breed more angry white people who are pissed off because people are actually going at them for their color of their skin. And, we just want to be left alone. We just want to have a normal life. I'm sure everyone else wants to have their normal life as well. So sitting here antagonizing people and wanting this kind of lectures to go on and forcing your people to, listen to stuff like this is mentally problems. Like, my child is going to have to deal with this her entire life. I'm going to definitely be a helicopter dad, and she's not going to get poisoned by these leftists or by these deranged lunatics that think boys are men and or boys are girls and men are women. And it's just, I get it. If you're trans, you're trans. If you want to do that kind of stuff, that's cool. Just don't force us to do it. Don't force anyone else to do it. I'm cool with everybody. I'm cool with any kind of thing you want to do. Just don't force people to think the way that you want to think, because it is a mental disorder. Thinking at some young age that your child should be something else, that's a mental disorder. Allowing your child to think that he is something else or she is something else is a mental disorder. So get your stuff fixed, guys. Understand that this world is getting very, very scary. Not in the sense that we're about to go to war, but in reality, we are going to war inside the country. The rest of the world is looking at us and laughing. Some of them don't even believe what I showed them when I talk to people outside the United States. It's pretty scary and it's pretty insane. I'm glad I live in Florida, in a state where Ron DeSantis keeps people sane, and we've been allowed to be outside for like 8 months, and our COVID mortality rates have been way down, and our infection rates are down compared to every other state. So stop drinking Coke, go to get Pepsi, go get you some Mountain Dew, move on. Coke needs to pay for what they do. Thank guys, and I'll see you again.